Hi everyone, Sue from Art, Craft and Journals, and I'm here today to do the very last entry to my 100 subscriber giveaway, the vintage journal pages. This is the last entry from Juni Desiree. Now, hers was technically not an entry as in that she sent it a little bit later with a prize that I'd won because she actually missed the cutoff date. So I've decided I will include it anyway because, well, the intention was that it was to be part of the challenge giveaway. So just very quickly have a look what's in here. Oops, okay, so we've got some little tags that she's made, or some starter tags. This one's very cute. This one's a more finished one, and she's got a little blue bulb pin with some bits of lace and ribbon on there. So that's that one. So we'll probably include that and those. Just pop those to one side. Now, she did send this Bowen tourist brochure, which as far as I can tell, being 2018, 2019, not quite vintage, but awesome to look through, and certainly looks a beautiful spot to live. And I might, now that I've found it again after leaving it in the packet, I might actually strategically leave it on the table, because I'm not opposed to having a holiday in Queensland. So I might just leave that out and leave it strategically placed somewhere. Now, what else we got? We got some book pages. That looks like a cooking one, purchasing and propagating, so some sort of seed garden journal book. Another one from the cooking book. And we have a knit wit pattern cover. And I do remember doing the knitwear course many years ago and making my children, when they were very little, some outfits, because to this day my daughter complains about some of the coloured outfits that I put her in. But anyway, music paper, some other pages from, looks like a children's costume making book. They're very interesting. We have the pattern for something. Get creative, sewing boys' clothes. Okay. Another page from the cooking book. Looks like a comic type book. Children's book, which is Pinocchio. Might actually keep that aside because I would like to make a Pinocchio journal one day. I've got such a long list of journals I want to make. Every time I see a new book or something like that, I just want to make a journal. Okay, this is, I'm not sure what it is. Not sure, it could be German. Not sure. It's nice and thick. So that may make a page in itself. Breeding budgerigars. Okay, and just some more random, oh hang on, they're not, book pages from an assortment of different books, different size books. On the Threshold of the Hive. Okay. Beekeeping, that's a beekeeping book. That's awesome font, absolutely awesome. A lot of them are not in English. Some dictionary pages maybe? No, they're, I'm not sure what it is. Other book pages. And more book pages, more book pages. Some more book pages, and Uni's card that she included, so I'll pop that out the way. And we have a couple, I think, yep, little pockets here that she's made just from book pages. Okay, so I'm thinking to start with, like the last entry, I think I might just make a, use this for a page. I think it should be sturdy enough. Let me just see how it would fit in terms of a page. Oh yeah, it's not too big, that's fine. I was a bit concerned it might be too wide, but I think that will be fine. Okay, so what I might do, there's not a lot of smaller bits and pieces to use, so we might just do some, just put some pockets with some collaging on. This one here, I might just put something on here to put a bit more interest in on that. So just a bit of a collage, I think, with some of these pages. Just a mixture of the different fonts and the colours of the pages, I think, just to add a little bit of interest. It's very similar to the page it's on though, so I need something to change it. So this one's a lot smaller, the font or print. So I want to pop that there just so that there's a contrast between the two. I'll tuck that underneath. So you can see there is a little bit of a difference in the colours. Now this one here, let's have a look, this one here. I'll use some of this one. Okay, let's have a look. Or maybe at the top. Make it smaller, I think. Yeah, I might just do that. And we'll do some distressing. I'm going to glue those down. What I am trying to do with these videos is when I am doing the distressing and the cutting out and that sort of thing, I'm trying not to speak too much, so that way I can speed through those particular sections, because I think they're a little, well, boring to watch really. So I'm trying to sort of not speak during those parts so that I can speed through them, so that it doesn't make the videos too long, because I do appreciate the that sometimes it's difficult to watch the longer videos, unless you are of course sitting there crafting away, like I quite often do these days, if I can anyway. Otherwise I'm watching them, you know, late at night or early morning, where I don't mind so much the chatting and the, you know, whatever. I just sort of sit there and watch them and listen to them. Okay, I think it might just need something to break it up a little bit here, so I might just add a little bit to the top. I could have probably put the print the other direction, vertically up, instead of the horizontal, but I don't know, I struggle with things when they're the wrong way. It's just one of those quirks that I have, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to stick that there, but this is sort of very plain too, so I'm thinking the music paper, would be the way to go. Where is it? I might do a quite a large, okay, just to break it up a little bit. Yeah, I don't want too much of the print, that's the only thing. What else have we got? There was some pattern paper somewhere. Where was it? Something like this. Use some of the, not that one, this one here. Something like that, I'm thinking. something like that, just to break up that the plainness of the page. What else is there? Let me see. No, I think I might just leave it at that, and then I'll trim it, I think. Yeah. And so that will sit like so. I think it needs one more thing. It does need something. What have I got in these bits? And we'll leave the top open as well. Alright, just trim those off. I'm actually a little concerned about this holding up when I actually put it into the journal, so I might put something down here just to help it along a little bit. That's long enough, almost. It's a bit longer. That one's a bit longer, so I might use some of that. I think I might actually fussy cut those out and use those. Well, I'm just going to give it a bit of a tear. This is quite fragile too. It's actually tearing very, very easily. So, but hopefully between the two pieces, it will be enough to reinforce the spine a little bit. Okay, that also helps break up that page a little bit as well. Let's see how we go folding. And hopefully that will be okay. Alright. Now, something for this. Now, I did say I was going to fussy cut those budgies out, which I might do. So I'll probably put that on fast forward, because otherwise it's going to drag out and be extremely boring. Okay, I might actually edit that out, that part, because even sped up still takes a little while. Alright, now I'm not sure how I'm going to use it, but I'm going to use it. Alright, I might do some sort of a little bit of a corner pocket sort of a thing. Put that out the way. It is getting very warm in my room right now. A little bit too, I'll just cheat a little bit here. Okay. Well, I think that should work. I'm not sure if I'll leave it as a lift up, or whether I'll just stick it down. It'd be better that way actually, wouldn't it? So I might actually go on this side. Might just stick it like that. Put a little bit of something else on there and stick it down. I might leave that open because it can always be glued down later. So I might just put a little bit of a cluster on that corner. Okay, and I'll leave it as a tuck spot, of course, so something can be tucked in there. Alright, it's not too bad. Okay, what have we got? Well, that's the same one, isn't it? So I won't want to use that. Might use one of these again though. Okay, something like that. And just a little bit. Yep, I think I'll do that. And one thing I should have done before I attached that pocket was to give it a little bit of distressing, so I will give that a try in a minute. Alright, good. Let me see, over this side, I think I might make a tag for in there actually, just by simply folding this. Or maybe that way might be better. Yep, that way. Just trying to do it, fold it so that I have, it needs to be double thickness, but just so that the print is sort of the right way. Now it's still a little flimsy, so I might actually pop another piece inside. Still a little. Okay, now I might just leave it at that, I think, and I'll just trim it up. So I'll do a bit of gluing down. Might actually sew it. I didn't sew much in the last one. I don't think I did any sewing in the last one. So I might just sew this one. Oh, that wasn't too smart, was it? It will be fine. So just glue that down, and I might go sew around the edges and put a little tab on the top, maybe of this paper. Like so. Yep. And I might just tuck that into there so that it's got a tab, and that can then be the tag for in there. So I might just trim that if I can find here. Put that there for a moment. Just thinking what I can do to make that look a little bit more interesting. A little challenging without too many things to use as focal points, I must say. I'll pop that way. I could use these little characters actually, couldn't I? Yeah, I think I will. Not sure about this one with the washing basket on the back, but I quite like the little chef, and I think this one Oh, what a shame, I've ripped those ones. The prisoner, maybe not. The policeman, possibly. I think the shepherd is going to be, though. What was this one? I'm not sure about this. Oh, interesting. I think that's all the pages for that. What's on the comic book? Might use some of those on something too. That's a particularly cute little picture. That one's not too bad either. So I might do that. He's a French chef, by the way, it says on the bottom. Not just your average everyday chef, he's a French chef. I think it needs something else. Just having a look what little scraps I've sort of got over here that I could possibly use. Okay. Just need something a little different. The font in this is bigger and different, so I think I might just use some of that. Although that one's got a blank back page, so I think there was this one here. This is slightly different again. I might use this one since it's already been torn up. I think I had this the other way, didn't I? I think I'll leave it at that. Sometimes you can fiddle-faddle too much. Right, and I am going to sew around that. I still think it's a little flimsy. Still think it needs something. Might just pop another layer of paper in there, I think. Oh dear. I might use this. This is quite sturdy actually, so I might use that. Okay, and then just trim that off. Gives it a little bit more weight to it. Okay, and because I do want to make it a journaling tag as well, I'm thinking I'll just pop on a little bit of the coffee dyed paper. Just glue that straight on, I think. No, this side, because then I don't have to cut across where the tag is. So I think that will be fine. I'll pop that to one side because I will sew that one. I was actually thinking I probably should have sewn these ones as well, because I'm just thinking where this one I'm thinking could go in here, although there's not a lot of contrast on that page, so maybe not. Maybe I'll pop this one on here and leave the background plain and pop that one there and make this a little bit plainer so that the tag actually stands out. And this one I might just actually use a coffee dyed paper and just make a more plain whiter tag, and then I've still got this area here, so that I'll sew. This one I need to pop something on it, but nothing too much that will make it too dark or too busy. I'll use some of this. I just tear up a little bit of that. Okay, and I might actually do the same there. Actually, maybe that piece. Yep, no, it's too small. Well, it's just a little bit bigger. take away the straight edges best I can. It has actually taken me a little while to get used to or to appreciate the torn edges. You know, I'm sort of one of those people that sort of always liked nice straight edges. But I sort of, I guess, depending on what I'm doing, I do appreciate the torn edges. And the paper, they do tend to blend together better, and I should have distressed that. When you, they just seem to blend a little bit better, I don't know. Just lightly, I don't want that too strong. And I might just put something there. So that will sit in like so. So it's not, doesn't stand out so much, and I might actually sew around the edges of both of these ones. Now I still have the budgies, which I really wanted to use, so I'm thinking maybe just a little bit of a corner cluster or something up there. I quite like them up there actually. Is there any of that? Might pop that as the main part and then put something else behind. Tell you what, you end up with a heck of a lot of little scruffy messy bits on the carpet. Where's that lighter paper? Not that one. Oh, gee whiz. You can't see to the extent of the mess that's on this table now. It's ridiculous. Oops, there it is. Just looking for a contrast in colours, that's all. So I think I might use some of this. So that the budgies stand out a little bit, that's all I'm thinking. Something like that. And maybe just a very thin bit of the music paper. And I might actually rip this with the ruler so that I can actually get it fairly fine. Because I just want like a thin strip. No one will know if no one tells. Okay, so that's that one there. And there seems to be a shadow right across. What is that? See if I can move it. Ah, a ruler. No, it's not a ruler. Ah, it's the division between the windows. So unfortunately, I cannot get rid of that. So I'm sorry about that, but I think I'm nearly finished anyway. Alright, so that's that. Right, what I might do is just pop off and go and sew those. And bit of distressing around the edges, and then we'll pop those down there, and that will be finished, I think. So I will be right back. Alrighty, now I've done the sewing on those, so very quickly, oh dear, going to glue those down, and then we should be close to finishing, I think. Just tuck into there, and of course you still have the pocket in there as well. And as you can see, I did zigzag around that as well. I thought that sort of gave it a little bit more character. So that will sit in there. And we have this here. Right, I'll distress the edges later, I think. So very quickly, that's the first page. That is the tuck spot there. Oh, and I do have this little tag which I think I might tuck in there, or maybe there. No, I think this one's better, so I might tuck that just in there. Yep, and then we've got the collage there. We've got the little flip section there, and I might have to trim that off because it is causing a problem. Just give it a bit more distressing. Okay, right. So there's that, and the tag with the pocket there. Just thinking, this is a bit thicker. I might actually put a bit of stamping on there. I'll have to have a look. I'll have a quick look. Oh, unfortunately I can't find the stamp I was looking for, so I might leave it for now, and if I do find it I will try to remember to do that. So I will just distress the edges now, and that will be considered finished. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'm sorry about the shadows and things. Unfortunately, trying to do it in daylight doesn't always work very well. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And as far as I know, this is now my last entry, so I will be looking towards putting it together now with the signatures and making a cover, which I'm thinking I do have something in mind now, but I'll leave that for another video. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.